What is going on, kids? I'm Satire Goat, and welcome back to YouTube, the only platform on the internet that you can watch porn on. This is a video that I'm kind of upset that I have to make. It's a video that I did not anticipate making in the slightest, but here we are. The Avengers Endgame film, one of the most anticipated films of all time in any cinematic medium, has been leaked to the public. It started about 2 or 3 days ago when a leak came out that a certain number of clips got leaked. I'm not quite sure which scenes got leaked because I didn't view those leaks. And then a little while ago, actually, the rest of the movie got leaked onto social media, which is, it's a damn shame for the fans of Avengers and just for cinema in general that you can't make a movie with this much hype and somehow keep it from being leaked. It's very disappointing. I'm sure it's disappointing to the filmmakers, to the actors, and to the fans as well, and I'm really upset that it happened. But my job is to review movies. Actually, that's a lie. This is not my job. Do you think I make money from this? Come on, look at me, bud. If I made money from this, I'd be wearing a Gucci headband right now. I'm here to provide a spoiler review of Avengers Endgame because it will, trust me when I say this, it will get views. I think my roommate's about to walk in. I hear him. Okay, maybe not. Cool. So I pirated the entire movie online right before it got taken off of website streaming platforms, which is, good that they took it off, but I did see it, so I'll be spoiling the entire thing. I'm gonna go plot point by plot point through the entire movie of what happened for you guys before telling you my overall opinion on the movie. So let me tell you how this starts out. Avengers Endgame, right, starts out in a pretty interesting fashion for a movie. It starts off with Ant-Man, who, as you may know, is the basis of a lot of Avengers memes. But don't worry, none of those memes come true. It's just a silly meme format. It doesn't happen in the movie, trust me. Ant-Man is in a hospital bed, and he wakes up from possibly a coma or something, almost like the beginning of the Walking Dead television show, like Rick Grimes waking up from a coma. He's just alone in this hospital, just surrounded by a bunch of dust. You have really no clue what's going on. He has no clue what's going on. It's a wonderful way to introduce the movie, as the audience, as well as the character of Hank Pym, has no clue what's happening. They're just thrown into things, so therefore, when Hank is given exposition, the audience is also taking in that exposition in a natural and authentic way. So then, Ant-Man, or Hank Pym, walks into the middle of the street out of the hospital, notices everyone's gone. It's revealed later that Hank Pym, who was previously trapped inside of the Quantum Zone, or I think that's what it's called, I don't really remember, before the events of Infinity War, is now out because of magic. And he's in this city that just so happens the entire city got wiped out due to Thanos' snap. Turns out, as is revealed a little later on in this movie, through a very important and pressing and emotionally striking scene, that Thanos actually ended up wiping out about 90% of the universe instead of 50. Oopsie. But yeah, Ant-Man is walking through the streets, right? He's just trying to find someone, but everyone's gone. When all of a sudden, this hooded figure comes down and starts to fight him, and Ant-Man doesn't know what's going on. He's like, "Whoa, buddy, what are you doing?" He's cracking all these jokes, right? And then he gets shot. Ant-Man gets shot in the chest a couple of times, and he's starting to bleed out on the concrete, obviously near death, when the hooded figure takes off his hood. It's Hawkeye, better known as Ronan in this film, which is his counterpart from the comics. And Ronan says, "It should have been you. Should have been you, Hank. Should have been you." And Hank Pym dies. Hank Pym dies in the middle of the street there. So yeah, Ant-Man dies. So we cut to Tony Stark. Everyone's on Earth at this point. I don't really know how that happened. They really should have explained that better. That's my main criticism with this film. They don't explain a damn thing. All of the Avengers that are alive are back on Earth inside the Avengers Tower. They're all crying. Scarlett Johansson is crying because she's a girl. The other girl that's alive is crying because she's also a girl, and all the men are like, have to console her, like, there, women, everything's gonna be okay because we're the men and we're gonna beat up Thanos. And Tony Stark says, "Guys, wait, I think I have a plan." So Tony Stark gets this whiteboard out and he starts drawing his plan on the whiteboard. This is a very intense motivational scene. All this crazy stuff is going on. He's like, and there's music and stuff, and he's writing on the whiteboard. And all of a sudden, a character bursts through the door. You know who it is? It's War Machine. That's right, the most important character in the MCU. Freaking War Machine, baby. Not Captain America, not Captain Marvel or Thor. It's the War Machine. Everyone's like, thank God you're here, War Machine. We really need you. You're very important to this plan we have. And poor Anthony Mackie, who plays War Machine, is like, what's going on? I need to know what's happening. Because he's so old. He's like 90 years old in real life. I cannot believe he hasn't been killed off before this. And they tell him the plan. We're like, look, War Machine, we have a plan that involves Ant-Man, right? Ant-Man can shrink really small. What if Ant-Man was somehow able to shrink small enough that he could go into Thanos' bum and expand, therefore exploding him into a pile of guts? And they show this through a bunch of drawings that Tony Stark made on the whiteboard. Very crude drawings, funny scene, everyone laughs. They all turn towards Anthony Mackie, who instantly drops dead of a heart attack because he is so fucking old. He's so old, he literally has a heart attack and dies on the set of the movie. I'm not sure if it's the character's death or if Anthony Mackie actually had a heart attack and died, but he died also. So yeah, after that, Ronan breaks into the room and he's got arrows and explosive arrows and stuff. And he's shooting. He's like, pew, pew, pew. And Tony Stark is like, Hawkeye, know what he's doing. He's like, my name isn't Hawkeye now. It's Ronan. My daughter died, so now you're all gonna die, you son of a bitch. And Tony Stark says, no, please don't kill me. I don't want to die. I want to kill Thanos so everyone can go back to the way it was. And Ronan says, you dumb bitch, everyone's already dead. Why are you gonna go after Thanos? That's the best thing that can come out of this is that you beat him and everyone remains dead. And in the process, you're most likely to lose more people. So why the hell are you gonna go beat him when he's obviously finished his mission and he's gonna leave us alone and now we can fix the planet and reduce overpopulation and save fossil fuels and stuff for the upcoming generations. This is really a good thing. And then Thor beats his skull in with a hammer, kills Hawkeye / Ronan, beats his skull into the ground, bloody pulp. It's easily the most rated R scene in any Marvel film. It's very dark scene. I'm surprised it happened, quite honestly. So Hawkeye, Anthony Mackie, or what's his freaking name? War Machine, Hawkeye, War Machine, Ant-Man dead. This is like the first 15 minutes of the movie. Some questionable writing starts happening. After Thor beat his hammer and he kind of starts to like get down on the floor and starts like licking up Hawkeye's skull, and this is kind of weird. I don't really know why that's happening. And then suddenly Rocket Raccoon starts licking it up also, and Tony's like, what are you guys doing? Why the hell are you doing that? That's so weird and uncharacteristic. And Rocket Raccoon is like, but I'm hungry. Anyways, Thanos comes back in this giant ball, like testicle, dick-shaped spaceship. It looks like what a middle schooler would draw a penis as. It's just two balls in it, the shaft. So he comes in on a spaceship, and he comes in and he's like, hey guys, I messed up. I'm really sorry. I killed 90% of everyone instead of 50%. So in order to apologize, I brought you guys some pizzas. And he sends some pizzas down through little spaceships and, to all the people on Earth. Basically solving world hunger also. Thanos is a good bloke. He's an absolute lad, if I do say so myself, this Thanos. He's a unit, and he's a lad, and he's a Chad. Yeah, baby. Thanos has the pizza. He sends all the pizzas down. The Avengers get this supreme pizza, and Captain Marvel, who showed up by this point, doesn't like this because she's vegan. And she's like, this is really offensive towards my gender, and also towards my identity as a vegan, so I'm gonna go fight this bitch. And Tony's like, wait, stop. I think he's just, giving us pizza. And he apologized, so it's all Gucci. If you apologize, as I've learned from many YouTuber apologies, Tony Stark says, everything's good. And things are going to go back to the way they are, so it's all fine. All the Avengers are just happy, except for Captain Marvel. And she's like, no, I am a strong, independent woman. I am a feminist. And Thanos is going down because he's a man. And Tony's like, well, while that's a good message on one hand, on the other hand, you're a really annoying character and human being, so I really wish you weren't in this movie. That's probably my second biggest criticism, all the fourth wall breaking. It's kind of like, it's just a big YouTube sketch, really. I have no clue why this is happening, but anyways, Captain Marvel kills Tony Stark. She breaks his neck because she's just... What the fuck am I saying right now? She breaks his neck because she's so angry that he's a man telling her what to do, so she breaks his neck and punts his dead body off of the Avengers Tower. So Tony's dead also, and all the other guys are like, hey, you're a woman, you can't do that. Women aren't allowed to fight. And she goes, oh yeah, boys? Tell me I hit like a girl after I do this. And she fucking spikes War Machine's dead corpse into Thor's body so hard that Thor actually explodes. It's incredible. And so people are fighting left and right now. Black Widow dies. Black Widow and Captain Marvel have a little face-off, and Captain Marvel's like, "You're a woman, you don't have to take this." And Black Widow's like, "What the hell is going on? I am a really boring character." And she ends up having to sadly kill Black Widow, the only time Captain Marvel shows emotion in the entire film. Thanos is watching this all go along from space, and he's like, "What in God's name is happening right now?" Bruce Banner turns into the Hulk, but Captain Marvel just barely beats him through the power of intense feminism and, you know, kicks him in the balls, and he turns back into Bruce Banner, in which case she rips out his dick, and he bleeds to death on the floor of the Avengers Tower. And there's some other characters, right, who's alive. Rocket Raccoon, she almost spares Rocket Raccoon because she's like, "You're an animal, therefore, and since I'm a vegan, I don't hurt animals." And Rocket Raccoon's like, "Oi." And she says, "You can't call me that," and she snaps him in half like he's a pretzel. And so, yeah, she kills them all, and then she basically screams up in the sky, "Hey Thanos, fight me next! I will come up and kill you and the remainder 10% of the population, because I bet most of them are men." Or something like that. So Thanos comes down from space and lands in front of her in this epic scene in the rubble of the Avengers Tower, and he's like, "Hey, look, I support women's rights, trust me. I think women should definitely be equal to men. They should get equal pay. I think women should most certainly have equal everything. But the problem here is, you're obviously taking things way too far, and the crowd here doesn't enjoy you because you're an annoying character who A, doesn't show emotion, and B, puts her own agenda into every single line she speaks in the movie." And Captain Marvel says, "Don't mansplain things to me," and she starts punching him. And they have a little brawl, they have a little fight brawl. Thanos fights her, and then Captain Marvel fights him, and they fight all over the planet, basically. There's this crazy scene where they land in the middle of Africa, where there's this tribe at, end up obliterating the entire tribe just due to the impact of them on the ground. And Captain Marvel's like, "I bet there are women in this tribe. That makes me angry!" So she starts fighting extra hard, and she punches Thanos so hard, he goes up from freaking planet Earth, and he flies all the way into the sun and implodes, and the sun goes out like a snap. It all comes together. The sun implodes, the universe is shrouded in darkness, and Captain Marvel turns to the camera and says, "Vote Democrat." Cut to end credits. Avengers Endgame over. So, here's my review for the movie. I support feminism. 10 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate the support that you guys have been leaving on all my last videos. I've been getting a lot of likes, a lot of new subscribers coming around, and I appreciate that. And, you know, just keep doing your thing. But anyways, finals is coming around, so I may not be posting videos as frequently as I normally do. I'm going to try to record some videos in advance just so I can post them throughout the following weeks or month, but who knows what's going to happen, honestly. Once again, I appreciate the support. Thank you, guys. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.